We got to talk XRP. XLM price is the US government is about ready to drop 6.5 billion in BTC. Ripple's heads are meeting with Trump. Gensler says, I feel great about things.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Yo, United States government, don't be pissing in my Cheerios. But before we get into the Cheerios, aka the crypto news, your comments come first because you, the viewer, are most important. Jeff Hampton starts us out and says, yo, Klaus, try L carnitine before working out. Dude, used to do like bodybuilding and stuff like that, so I know all the tips and tricks. I keep it pretty natty for now, but you know, I'm always here to listen. Roms9265 says, I'm going to add more to my position. I'm constantly adding, but I want to double. Should I wait until after CPI data is released? And I'm not asking you to make the call, but what are the indicators looking like? I'm leaning towards waiting simply because I'm expecting inflation numbers to be bad. Are you? Well, guess what, Ron M? I've got expectations for you, and they're not pretty. I'll share it here soon. Cat Ballou says the SEC met 5 times with FTX and not so much as a warning till the shit hit the fan. One investor told SBF, you need a board of directors. SBF replied, yourself. Literally, that's what he told them. Gensler is one of the worst human beings on this earth. Went after legitimate companies at the taxpayer's expense. The person in charge of the SEC before Gensler dropped the lawsuit on Ripple, quit, went to a competitor. All of them are scumbags. Well, guess what? Gary has a response, and you need to hear it. Swinging on over to the heat map, and okay. At least there's some green on the screen. Earlier today, it was all red, and BTC's going down too. Bitcoin's sitting at 91,479. ETH is 3181. XRP 226, while BNB's at 677. Sold deep in the red, down 5% here last 24 hours to 184. Squeeze at 466, going sideways. ICP still double digits at $10.09. We're going to talk XRP, excellent price at the end, but boy, you got to see this. Here you go. December CPI report forecast shows core inflation slowing as markets wait for rate cuts. All right, so there's going to be some numbers involved here. I'm going to explain it to you. Forecast for December CPI, which is coming out here in about a week, center on showing a slight increase in overall inflation. That's not good, okay? It says, but with good news elsewhere, once volatile food and energy costs are factored out. No, not true. Here, I'll share with you. What the Federal Reserve officials expressing more confidence in the battle against inflation than one, investors will be closely watching the CPI report when it's released at 8:30. Gonna have a live stream regarding that too. According to Fact Sheet, the overall CPI reading for the forecast is expected to come in at a 3.2% annual rate in December, slightly higher than the 3.1 in November, but significantly lower than the 6.5 reading in December. Oh, okay. CPI forecast rising 0.2 in December, 0.25 in December after increasing. That's core CPI. Essentially this, okay? And here, let me share with you a quick quote. Prices continue to fall at a rapid clip. No, you're full of shit. Prices just aren't going up as fast as they were. The prices are still going up. Anyone seen eggs lately? Oh, yeah, girlfriend. Okay, what you got to pay attention to is this number, and this is all linked in the description below, okay? This is market expectations, all right? You want to look at what the market is expecting and what's going to happen, all right? So the market right now is basically saying, hey, look, we know Jerome's going to get a pause. High CPI data, guess what? The pause is going to stay there. The market's expecting that right now. Now, if CPI data comes in juicy, which most likely it's not going to be, that would flip the market because the market isn't really expecting it. Only 6.9% of the people in the know are expecting a cut. So right now, the market is pricing in bad CPI data and a pause in the January meeting, all right? So you wanted expectations? I got them for you. Right now, they're saying it's going to come in slightly higher than the month before, and that month was slightly higher than the month before that. That's not the trend we want in inflation. Outgoing SEC Chair Gensler shrugs off Trump's criticism, saying, I feel terrific. This dude just makes me want to puke, man. This is what he said. If you're not willing to be attacked, you can't go into the public square and debate policy. This role is about overseeing capital markets that touch everything in our economy. It's about raising money for most of what we do and how people save, Gensler said. I feel terrific about it. Now, hold up. He says, if you're not willing to be attacked, you can't go into the public square and debate policy. Dude, every time we watched you on the Hill, you could not give answers. When they were like, Chair Gensler, is Ethereum a security or commodity? He couldn't even say. So Gensler, if you're not willing to go into the town square and answer simple yes or no questions, then you shouldn't be in that position. So don't go out there throwing shade, Gary G, because you're like, oh, you want to debate me? Dude, you couldn't even give Congress what they were asking for. And this was for several years. In fact, people in those meetings, we watched them live, because I do the live streams covering that, and we watched it. People in those meetings were asking you to simply outline the process, and you were like, well, it's pretty simple, but he wouldn't tell them. Then they were like, all right, what constitutes a security? What constitutes a commodity? Couldn't answer that either. They asked him, what cryptos should the CFTC tackle, and what cryptos should the SEC tackle? He couldn't answer that. Yeah, this guy is just a complete and utter scumbag. And that's why I share your comments in the beginning, right? Hot, spicy, naughty, and relevant. Like Kapaloo, that talks about SBF meeting with Gary. Gary letting him get away with it. Gary not protecting consumer. And Gary is, yes, part of the scumbag crew. So I just thought I would share it with you how pompous and how arrogant this piece of shit is. And for those of you out there that are not allowed to criticize your government or afraid to criticize your government, let me criticize your government and my government for you. They are all scumbag pieces of shit that are out in it to get rich. Gensler, the rest of the crew, go yourself. All right, U.S. cleared to sell $6.5 billion in BTC. Will it crash the price? Well, it certainly won't help. Let's put it that way. The U.S. Department of Justice is poised to auction off $6.5 billion in BTC seized from Silk Road. The decision follows a December 30th court ruling protracted legal battle over ownership of the BTC. Some analysts speculate that the outgoing Joe Biden administration may sell the government-held BTC in a politically motivated decision. I doubt that they're going to do that. I really doubt that they're going to do it. Fox Business contributor Jason Williams claimed that the Biden administration is instructing the DOJ to offload thousands of BTC during a bull market, fully aware that the incoming Trump administration may buy it back at higher prices. This is blatant perversion of the government's fiduciary responsibility, Williams stated. We're selling Bitcoin for approximately $94,000. What will Trump have to pay to buy them back? Higher. All right. Here's all the crypto info, the wallets. It's all linked here, all right? It's all linked down below. They got a ton of BTC. 198,000 BTC worth $18.3 billion. So yeah, they've got permission to sell, but look, over time they've been accumulating. And we've seen in the past, BTC, does it stay down based on news like this? No. What about the other Silk Road auctions, right, where they were selling off BTC? What did that do to the price? Nothing. It was short term, right? What about Mt. Gox? Oh, but bro, once Mt. Gox happens, it's going to melt the market down. The crypto's gone higher ever since the Mt. Gox repayments have happened. In fact, the majority of the repayments out there when it comes to selling crypto, people reinvest their money. You know all those bankruptcies like FTS and Celsius and all that? When people are getting their access to their crypto, most people are keeping their crypto. They're keeping it in the market. So am I worried about a $6.5 billion dump of BTC by the United States government? No, not really. Not really at all. To be honest with you here, I'll share with you another reason why I'm not worried about 6.5 billion worth. Because the 24-hour volume of BTC is 60 billion. So you think I'm worried about 10% of a daily volume? No. Could it give us some short-term down? Yeah, of course. But is it going to keep it down? Hell no, girlfriend. You can track this stuff all down below. Ripple CEO meets with Trump as the firm's president. Monica Long, XRP ETFs very soon. Yeah. Rumor for the XRP ETFs, first quarter of 2024, everyone. For real. Regs. I'm hearing rumors about regs getting done in the first half of 2025. I said 2024 earlier. Sorry, my bad on that. 2025. Regs in the first half. Speaking with Bloomberg, the Ripple president, Monica Long, says she thinks an XRP will come to fruition very soon. This echoes the sentiments previously shared by Brad Garlinghouse, who called the approval on XRP ETF inevitable in October. Yeah, it's definitely going to happen. And I personally think you're going to see a lot more price action for XRP with the ETFs than you did with ETH. Don't worry, we got XLM XRP price action coming up after this. I just wanted to share this because you've got RLUSD, you got the ETFs, you got new head of the SEC, new head of the CFTC, new regs coming in, a whole bunch of stuff. So yeah, you're going to have some Bitcoin negativity. Yeah, you're going to have some days that are red. But we got a whole bunch of good news, though, coming up, which I think is going to be stronger than that. Will CPI data be high? Yeah. but at least it's less than where it was a year ago. I know. That was kind of like me settling right there, but it's true. Is it coming down as fast as we would like? No. If it came down faster, would it be good for crypto? Yes. BTC dominance, 46 out of 100 right now. What does that mean? It means BTC goes down a little, alts go down more. BTC goes up a good amount, alts go up just a little bit. Zooming in specifically to XLM, look at the volume, 710 million. That's healthy, even though it's down 33% here in the last 24 hours. Still very healthy as normal. Volume for XLM is around 40 to $50 million. Now, what I like about this chart, and I've got the 1 month up on the screen, look at the volatility. This is juicy. Low 30-cent XLM followed up very closely by high 40-cent XLM, like 48-cent XLM. That's some big swings. That's going to attract a lot of attention. And when you attract attention, exchanges want to list products that involve your goodness, which would be XLM in this case. So this is good for XLM. I would rather see XLM volatility than this boring bullshit floating between 10 and 12 cents that we did all of last year. Yeah, for real. That's not going to get any excitement to XLM. And in fact, look at the volume. Look at that. Like shit for volume. All throughout here, look at this. I'll just pick random days. All right, this one was 106 million, 34 million, 56 million, 51 million, 180, 78, 55, 62, and now 710 million. So yeah, volatility is good for XLM because at least it's making it relevant. During this time period right here, XLM was like in the 30, like bad 30s for crypto market cap ranking. Now it's like 16, 17, 18, somewhere around there. Volatility, good thing for XLM. Now XRP, look, we're above 220 still. Can we hold the 240s? No. All right, we've seen that the market isn't ready to hold 240s for a long time. But when you zoom out, the market is very, very happy with XRP above 220. In fact, look at this. For the last month, you've only had a couple opportunities to be sub 20. Yeah, the majority of the move has been spent north of 220. In fact, the majority of the move has been spent north of 225. Zoom out to the year, and again, you can see the same story with XRP as you do with XLM. A lot more volatility is bringing a lot more juice. A lot more optimism is bringing a lot more volume into the market, and that's a good thing. Now let's swing it on over the candlesticks right here, and we're going to do this just a little different, okay? We're going to go with the one-day candlesticks, all right? Look at the one-day. All right, remember you had the run-up in November, right? And then we had the big run-up in December with Gensler announcing his resignation. And remember, Gensler is going to be resigning, officially resigning here. In what garment? Let me just take a quick look. In 11 days, will we get an XRP run on that? Because we got an XRP run on the announcement of his resignation. So when it really happens, will we get juicy price action that day? Let me know down below what your thoughts are. But look at the one day, right? You see opportunities, but you also see some really juicy near-term highs. And I like that. This is good. Now, are we at the 280s that we saw early in December? No. But look at this. People were afraid we were going to touch this 280 and then just completely peel away to December and just struggle all the way through January. Instead, what have we seen? Several tests to the $2 to which XRP has stood its ground and rebounded from there. We've seen volume stay super high, which is a freaking great sign. The volume didn't erode either. So the hysteria, right, the Trump mania, the post-election juice that everyone thought was going to go away, stayed. This is a good sign, everyone. And yeah, I get it. CPI data is probably not going to be the best. Jerome Powell is going to be stingy. But see, the market expects that. The market expects it to not be the best. So for the market expecting it not to be the best and we're still holding north of 220, this is a freaking good sign. Because remember, we got lots of juiciness coming up for the rest of this year. And if the market is taking this abuse now and doing this well with it, what's going to happen when it's the majority of good news? Oh, and it's another exciting day as I've gotten a fresh supply of hydration sups in. Lemon lime, salty, baby. But yeah, Gary, I just hope he goes away. I hope he goes into private sector and we never hear from him again. Because honestly, the way this guy describes how he did such a good job is just garbage. Like, seriously, it's just garbage. He didn't protect the market with anything. He didn't want to work with a whole new industry. There was this whole new industry, right, that was just creating jobs, creating money, making people some money, like all that stuff. He didn't even want to work with them. What sense does that make, right? So every new industry should be treated like a redheaded stepchild? That's not cool at all. And he's patting himself on the back for that, saying, oh, I'm the cop on the beat. Dude, you stopped an industry in this country, pushed a shitload of jobs out of the United States. Didn't protect any of the investors from any of the big mega meltdowns in crypto. And yet you think you did a good job? Pompous, arrogant scumbag. Gary, just go. And speaking of Gary going, he's gone on the 20th along with Rostin Benham from the CFTC, who's a scumbag as well when it comes to crypto. He didn't do shit for crypto either. All those influencers out there telling you, oh, the CFTC is going to be so pro-crypto. Oh, Stellar's partnering with the CFTC. That means we're going to shut the fuck up. That didn't do a damn thing. CFTC didn't do jack shit either. We're going to get new leadership. Now, will we get price action from that? I don't know. I mean, we already know he's going to be gone on the 20th, so kind of hard to say we're going to get some price movement on something that's already happened. But, and this is a big but, like big juicy booty, but anything can happen because the announcement Gary had of his resignation shot XRP up, man, like healthy shot it up. So yeah, we're going to have to keep our eyes open and ears peeled or ears open. I don't know how the phrase goes, but we're going to have to watch. I'll watch for you, so if you don't want to watch the news 24/7, just hit the subscribe button, notification bell, so you don't miss out on any juicy goodness. We're going to be doing CPI live stream next week. There's a new member-only video out. Members, make sure you check that. I'm happy because I got salted lemon lime. You hear it? I'm used to it. I can't say shit. Choo-choo, bitches.